We are live.
All right, residents, we are back. We are out of closed session and we about to resume the original special board meeting scheduled for today, January 18th, and the time is 7:53. Clerk Key, can you call the roll to account for every trustee?
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
And resume.
All right, thank you. Next, is there a motion to approve the settlement agreement between the Village of Dolton and BP Capital?
A motion.
Is there a second?
A second.
Can you call the roll, Clerky?
Sure. Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Present.
Trustee, she said present. Let me get that right. Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Present.
Present. Okay. We have 3 ayes and 2 presents.
Are we missing someone?
Yes, you're missing, what is his name? Trustee.
Steve is absent.
So don't you gotta have majority?
Yeah, we need 4 yes votes.
Okay, so then the 2 to abstain or basically present don't go to the majority?
I really need to confirm that. But on an issue like this, I would like to have 4 affirmative votes.
Okay, I guess my question to the Board of Trustees is, we just was in closed session, everybody agreed. We got out here, I'm a little confused that everybody's saying the opposite. He need 4 votes if y'all want him to end this lawsuit. If you guys wanted to continue, it would cost the village more money, but he need 4 confirmed votes. And right now we have 3 and 2. So you gotta have 4 of majority. So Trustee House or Trustee Belcher, would you like to rescind your vote and give him a vote to move forward with ending the lawsuit?
One point of clarity on that, wouldn't you as the mayor be the 4th vote?
Not for this one, no. It have to be 4 of you, unless it's a tie. That's when I give my vote. So there's no tie, nothing I can bring.
Right, only if there's a tie does the mayor vote.
Right.
I'll rescind my vote and vote aye.
All righty,
All right,
motion passed.
okay. Next on the agenda is, can I have a motion to approve the resolution authorizing and approving the settlement of an unfair labor practice charge? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
I'd second.
Can you call the roll, Clerky?
Sure. Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, so we're going to end this meeting. I'm asking attorney if I can just go right into the next meeting. Attorney, I have to end this meeting in order to go into the cow because it's a cow, or I could just go right into it
We'd be adjourning this meeting.
and start the next. Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Okay, Mayor, I'm sorry, but just for clarity, I thought we adjourned the other meeting already, and we're adjourning the special meeting.
Yes.
Got you. I'm on target now.
Okay.
We're having so many meetings tonight.
So can I have a
Okay.
motion to adjourn the special board meeting, and then we're gonna go into the cow meeting? Is there a motion?
I'll motion.
Is there a second?
Okay.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
This meeting adjourned at 7:58 PM.
Okay, we gonna continue, Ontario, so you can keep recording and keep the live going. We're gonna go right into the Cal meeting.
Let me get ready for that meeting.
So let me know when you're ready, Ontario, and I'm gonna wait on the clerk.
Give me 1 second, please.
Okay, let me know when you're ready, clerk.
Already, I'm ready.
Mayor, I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. I would like to call the meeting of the Board of Trustees, Committee of the Whole, virtual meeting via Zoom, live stream on YouTube, Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. The time is 7:58 PM. Clerk Key, can you call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Belcher,
Here.
trustee Holmes,
Aye.
trustee Brown,
Present.
trustee House.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. We're gonna skip pledge and prayer and general announcements. We did that in the original meeting, so we're gonna go straight into the agenda. First order of business is discussion regarding the distribution of the 1.5 million grant received from the American Rescue Act Plan Fund for COVID-19 relief. I put this on the agenda again because we did speak about it. We spoke about it several times as a board, and I just wanted to update everybody that we're going to move forward with giving funds out to residents. So I just wanted to announce to the residents that the board and I have agreed to give funds to residents for water billing, and then also to pay for water meters, the digital water meters, and also the business district. That was the reason for putting it back on the agenda. We spoke about it in maybe 4 or 5 different meetings. I just want to make an announcement, nothing major. Do anybody have any discussion or any questions?
Mayor, I do. I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna move forward with the sewer to do the cleaning, lining, and repair. We did not get the vote for that.
Okay, we did. Remember, I broke tie because 3 wanted to go for the business district. And then I broke tie.
Okay.
I said that the business should get the money. So that's where we were with that one. But I just was announcing it so people know that get ready for the grant money. Any more?
So
discussion?
this one, Mayor, I just want to be correct for the record. So the funds are going to the resident, the business, and what was the third?
The water, to buy
Oh,
the
the
water
water.
meters, the
The
digital
water
water
meters.
meters.
Got it.
Oh, and then wait, I'm missing one. And then the repairs, it's on here, where is it? The roof and the windows. Roof and windows for residents.
Repair of the roof.
So that's all it was. It was just an update. And if anybody had any more questions or concerns, any more discussion?
I do, Mayor, I have a question
Sure, go
about
ahead.
it in terms of the application process, whether it be, and then any document verification, will those requirements be sent out prior to
Sit down, sit down, sit
any
down.
distribution of funds?
Well, yes, we're gonna start working on all that now this week. My plan is to have this all go out before February so that people can start applying to the village. So right now, my administration is working on a plan so it can be executed. So that's why I'm announcing it, because we all voted on this already. We all agreed to how the money should be allocated, how we just gonna get structure. And I just wanted the residents to know and hear from me that the money is gonna come down the pipeline. Y'all should be receiving checks, hopefully, within the next 30 days, 30, 60 days. And then I ain't gonna say checks, because some of y'all water bill gotta get paid. So I would say, but you will see some relief from some bills, or maybe a window or a roof, things of that nature, as long as you qualify. So we're working on that now.
One question, Mayor. I thought with the windows and roof that we were actually going to allocate that money. Are we giving the checks to them and then let them do the repairs, or how are we doing that?
No, so basically what we will end up doing with that, the plan is to have 3 to 5 different people bid on it. Then they will do the roofs, or they will do the windows for the resident. No one would get a check as it relates to a resident, as it relates to the roofs or the windows, because we want them to fix their homes. We don't want them to go spending on a new car, some new weave. We don't want that, so that's how it would be.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Any more discussion? All right, next on the agenda is discussion for approval of the 2022 digital water meter installation project. The reason for this is because over the years, people have complained about having us read their water meters. Everyone's tired of us not being able to give them accurate readings, estimated readings, things of that nature. So I'm pushing go on the digital water meter project. Right now, they do have an application in to try to get the money for the project, 500,000. I just said is going to be allocated from the grant money to put down a down payment. And I just want the residents to know that we heard their cries and that we actually doing something about it. You will hear this later on coming down the pipeline once we hear back from Keith. I know Keith was working on that. He working on it with Jimmy. That's the attorney. So they will have some good news for you guys, hopefully within the next 30 days. Keith, did you want to make any points to this?
No, I spoke to you and our attorney, James, and I also had a conversation with Trustee House too. So we are just trying to make sure that regardless of whether or not we secure the funding from the IEPA, that we still have some type of funding available outside of a bond issuance for this particular project. So I'll keep you up to date, and I'll definitely reach out to Trustee House, and we'll probably discuss it in the finance meeting too, Mayor. But I'll definitely have a conversation with you first. Thank you.
All right. Everybody, any questions or? Okay, so next on the agenda is C, status of severance pay approved by the Board of Trustees for former employee, Trustee House.
Okay, my item is just a follow-up, was an item that was voted by the board, vetoed and overridden. So I just want to see if that payment has gone out, which I believe it's not, and if not, when will it go out?
Okay, I believe that you are in conversation with the village administrator as relates to that, and I am waiting on a legal opinion from the attorney for her pay.
Okay, is the attorney still on?
Well, Eric, he just stepped out for a second. So,
Okay, I would like to ask when he comes back, because we're here. I mean, it's just been held up and it's been properly approved. It was vetoed, it was properly overridden. So I think this is one that's kind of just dragging out there. So as he comes back, I would ask for his legal opinion and we can move forward from there.
Okay, you will want to ask Jimmy that. He's not the attorney. As you know, he's only for litigations. So you want to ask the attorney, Jimmy or Shantae. They're the ones that was handling that. So you might want to reach out to either or.
Okay, here's what I'm trying to understand. We went through this process. So what's the holdup?
I just explained it. We're waiting on legal. So once legal give me their opinion of it, because I can read, I got 4 or 5 different comments that I can read in here, but I'd rather not waste people's time. But I'll read anyway. What the heck? All right. Paying for a prior employee a handsome service package without 1 year, a waiver or a release of all claims in or while performing no services for the residents of the village is a questionable practice, both legally and from a policy perspective. This is not a good idea. First, Article 8 of the Constitution of the State of Illinois provides that public funds, property or credit shall be used only for public purposes. We must now ask a rhetorical question. What is the public purpose for paying a person to do nothing and providing no waiver or release to the village? Of course, there is none. There's absolutely no public purposes in making this payment. It is prohibited under the Illinois Constitution. This isn't constitutional. Secondly, the employee in question was employed under an employment agreement. She did not work. She did work, she got paid. It's that simple. There was a legal consideration, in other words, a bargaining for a benefit that led her to get paid. In English, she did work, so she got a salary. So again, another rhetorical question. What work did she do to permit this money? Of course, there is none. We we can't just give out money to people for doing nothing. This isn't the lottery. Third, it is a terrible public policy and a terrible precedent to set to pay someone after they were separated from the village for doing nothing. While the village of Dolton faces years of budget deficits due to prior management, tax, and fee increases to impose on residents, the village being forced to pay for garbage services through a bond, and it got so bad that the prior administration took 1 million from the TIF just to pay the bills without legal authority. But now, after facing all that, this board wants to foot the bill for a salvage package for someone that was part of the problem. This whole matter was done behind closed doors at all times, lacked accountability and transparency, and does not serve to benefit the residents of the village of Dolton that work hard every day, but rather just the person getting the check that does nothing, that does not do anything at the village of Dolton. This isn't good government. This isn't right. Those are my statements for the record, Clerk Key.
Okay, so that was your statement. I think Attorney Vasselli is on, so I would like to ask,
Yeah.
we say we're waiting on legal, so
Yeah,
if
he
Attorney
on, go ahead.
Vasselli
Oh, man.
is on, I would ask that he give his opinion so we could try to bring this to a conclusion.
But I did just tell you the conclusion, but go ahead, James.
Yeah, thanks everybody. I'm sorry. Thanks everybody. I am on. I apologize. So the board does control the purse. There's no question that the board makes votes about how the expenditure of funds are made in any municipality. I think that there's been a lot of changes in recent Illinois law against severance packages. And one of the highlighted instances of that is the College of DuPage matter, where there was a large golden parachute given. They are disfavored, but it is a vote of the corporate authorities, and that is the Board of Trustees. So while there is some question of legalities relative to, is this a public expenditure of funds, that's a determination for the corporate authorities to make. There is no specific state statute that would bar it. We are a home rule unit of government. So the board, colloquially, the board controls the purse. If the board wants to vote it in, the board can vote it in. It's within their right. The question of legality comes of, what's the nature of the payment? Why is the payment being made? And is it a public purpose? But if the board determines the public purpose, much deference would be given to that. Trustee, does that answer your question?
I want to ask in layman's terms if it was approved, and what I'm asking is what's the status, and because we would want to issue it to move on. So I guess in layman's terms, my question is, will this be paid so we can move on?
So it's my understanding it was approved. I don't know the inner workings. I can obviously, with yours and the mayor's consent, I can check into it and see what happened by way of the mechanics of it. But I apologize. My recollection was there was a vote. It was vetoed and the veto was overturned. Is that correct? Procedurally? Then with yours and the mayor's consent, I can take a look into it relative to the mechanics of it all, and I can report back to the corporate authorities.
Okay, can you just advise what, and I'm asking this because this has been a 7-month discussion over a severance package. Can you kind of just advise me how soon that you can get back to me?
Yeah, I would say 24. Can you give me till Monday? I apologize. I just don't want, and the reason is I'll try to get it done before then. I'd rather just ask for Monday and try to get it done beforehand than say that I'm going to get it tomorrow and then something comes up or I blow a tire or something along those lines, if that makes sense.
I understand. I appreciate it. And I think I have one other thing too that I want to say, because we spend a lot of time on it, and I think it seems like at every page we get a separate objection. If we can bring all objections at one time, that would be very helpful. But thank you very much. That concludes my statement on this. I don't know if any other board member might have had a comment.
Yeah, can I be recognized?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I see Chris oh, I seen Chris on here. So what, I guess, can we get clarity so we cannot continue to keep going back and forth for everything that's going on? If something comes in front of the board is votes on it, it's approved. If it's vetoed by the mayor, then overturned. What's the turnaround time of checks being issued and moving forward? Because now we're going into a whole nother year. So maybe we need to, y'all talking about policy and procedure, maybe there needs to be some type of policy of the turnaround time for this, because even not to bring up anything personnel or whatever, but in prior conversations, we had employee said that they were terminated fairly, and here it is 6 months later, we're issuing out money to them, a large sum of money. So if Chris or anyone can just, Attorney Vasselli, I heard you make the statement that it was approved. So if it was approved and they issued checks, then prior to conversation that I've heard, why has this check not been cut? That's I guess the cut and dry answer. Why hasn't it been cut? Chris?
Okay. So duly noted, trustee. So
no, Chris is on here. I'm waiting for Chris to respond.
Chris is not going to respond. So I'm responding. So thank you.
Why he can't respond?
Because I'm responding to you.
Why Chris can't respond?
Okay, we're not gonna do this, go back and forth. I think that he has been given a response from our village trustee, excuse you. You have been given a response from our village attorney. The attorney said he will get back to you guys within 24 hours, and he will do that. So we're gonna move forward.
Well, Mayor, I want to know for future reference, not only just for this incident. I need to know for future references.
And that's fine. And he will get you a response within the 24 hours that he just told Trustee House. Or about.
But is that for everything across the board?
Whatever you just asked, he'll get your response. It's not a problem. So the attorney will respond to you. So we're gonna move on to the next item. The next item is E, and it is status of legislative council request for a memo regarding mayoral security detail. Trustee House.
We skipped one, Mayor. We didn't do D.
Oh, okay. Well, we can start with the mayoral detail and then we go back to D.
On this one, I have no discussion at this time, unless any other board member do. I have had some communication with Administrator Freeman. I believe some progress may be made, so I'll update at the next board meeting.
All right, the next one is status of background checks retroactive to May 7, 2021, approved by the Board of Trustees. Trustee House.
This one, again, is another item the board had approved. And I just want to see, has that, since the approval, has the background checks being retro to May 7th been implemented? And if not, what delays do we have and what do we need to do to move forward? So, I mean, that could be for yourself or Administrator Freeman.
Okay, so I'll respond to that. Trustee House, as you know, the law states you cannot go backwards. You cannot retroact anything. And I stated this several times at board meetings, and so have the attorneys. So no, nothing is being done going back. I stated that moving forward, we will do background checks on any and everybody that's employed by the Village of Dolton. We have done that. So that did just answer your question.
When you get your law degree?
I've been here, you know.
I'm sorry.
Really well.
I'll say that.
Really well.
I appreciate you gave me my answer. Legislative Council has a different opinion on that, but we will I'll let them discuss it amongst them and come up with a legal answer from the courts. But any other board members have any questions, I'll yield to them.
Okay. Anyone else?
Is there any paperwork on that he could submit to the trustees?
Yes, James can speak with you guys about that. James, once you get time, the legal opinion of they cannot retroact anybody, go backwards. They have to go forward.
Absolutely, I will provide something, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, hearing none. Citizens Address Ontario.
Right, I have 3 questions. Will all residents receive digital water meters? Second question, what's the qualification and or requirements to receive those water meters? And the third one is, what's the requirement and or qualifications for receiving grant funding for the roof? And that is all I have in the Citizens Address.
All right, thank you. Basically, I'm just gonna end it with residents. Stay tuned to all the new things that we have coming to the village of Dolton. I have an awesome administration. I want to thank my chief of staff, Nikita McGrath. She has been awesome implementing new things. I love the 800 number, and I love the fact that Channel 4 is up and running, so you guys can check and see correspondence via that way, email, text, and also website. So make sure you guys stay tuned with us for what's to come. I will be having a town hall meeting. I did announce that it's coming up in February. So make sure you stay tuned for any updates from the mayor's office. I want to thank community for just trying their best to stay with us as we transition. I think that things are moving along strongly and with a lot of progress. And I want to thank Trustee Holmes for always supporting me in any of my initiatives here in the village of Dolton. One thing I love about Trustee Holmes is no matter what, he try to get the job done. So I just want to give you some accolades real quick, Trustee. I know people are like, why are you doing that? He really does the job in the will of the people. He's always on the ground running, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. He will always be a team player as it relates to just people. I'll say that, people, because sometimes people lose themselves when they in government, and they got to understand, and I'm saying for anybody, that you have to be a human being before anything. These are temporary. I always say that. Everybody are bench warmers, include myself. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. You here today, gone today, and ain't here today, gone tomorrow. So I always try to advise everybody to love on each other and continue to communicate with each other. That's all I got, I think. But just make sure y'all pick up their phone and call some of these residents and just tell them that y'all love them, because a lot of people are really suffering and hurting due to COVID. And you guys know that a lot of our schools are closed due to COVID. A lot of them will not be open for the next 2 weeks. And then when them 2 weeks are up, they close again for another month. So it's been hard lately on the residents. And a lot of people are hurting because they don't have anywhere for their kids to go. And I understand they pain totally. So just stay strong, residents. If y'all need us, reach out. And I always speak out to my single parents. And I say parents with us, because I got beat up when I just did the women. So the men and the female, if you guys need anything from myself, please reach out. Diapers, formula, clothes, shoes, coats, anything like that. We have a ton of that. I will be giving out a lot of justice items. My daughter, she's 2 now. So anybody that has a little girl and they are the sizes of, I think it's 6 months to 2 years old, I basically have clothes for you, new and used, because she grows so fast. So she would outfit maybe once, but then I also have clothes that she grew so fast, they still have tags on it. So if you need anything, again, reach out. It's yours for the taking, and also have shoes. I want to thank everybody. Have a safe week. Stay dry and check on each other. Check on your neighbor. Check on each other, because you never know until it hits your household. And if you need COVID sites, I want to make sure you know the locations. We have one at Bentley Fitness, and that location is open from 12 until 6. And then we have one right across the street from Village Hall. I think that address is 14121 MLK. They are open from 9 to 5. And then we have the hotel, Prestige Hotel. I know the address by heart, but the hotel in town on Sibley, and they are open also from 9 to 5. And each of these locations are open on the weekend too. So if you can't make it during the week, or the line is too long at South Suburban College, please go to any of these locations and get tested, know your status, know if you're okay, because you don't want to get your kids sick. Please, I'm telling you, that's the hardest thing ever. So that's why you want to make sure you're not sick, because we are around people all the time, us as adults, and their little immune system can't hold on like ours can. So that's why I'm urging community and anybody to get tested all the time. If you feel sick or feel a little woozy, coughing, for any of that, just go get tested. Thank you again. This is the mayor of Dolton. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
A motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Can you call the roll, clerk, please?
Trustee Norwood,
Brown.
Here, aye.
Norwood,
Aye.
okay. Belcher,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee Brown,
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 8:22 PM.
Good night.
Thank you.